Alright, hi everyone. This is different from our normal videos. We decided to do a podcast, and it's Abby, there's Hannah, there's Riley,
You.
and there's Cece, and then there's Eden.
Was there a long pause there?
Because I was waiting for Cece to say something.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, anyways. So, we're having trouble coming up with our podcast name, but eventually we got tired and just settled on this name that you see on here, Boba Break.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if it changes in the future.
We are the most indecisive group of people ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all of us have tried Boba once, and if just a bit of background for anyone that has never heard of it before, it's just a bubble tea drink. An Asian bubble tea drink.
I mean, who hasn't heard of Boba at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like everyone has at least tried Boba once.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's all say what our first thoughts were when we tried it the first time.
Good.
Delicious. Delectable.
Well, what
very
would be the
very descriptive, boys?
Very tasty.
Very descriptive, guys.
Okay, well, let's just
Yeah, I
say
put a little bit more
what's-
feeling in that.
since most of us have ordered a lot before, what's the go-to for everyone?
Thai tea.
I used to go for taro when I was little, just because I used to like the purple, the color purple a lot, and so
I've never had taro. So.
it tastes like vanilla.
When you barely had last week.
Well, they don't know that. Shut up.
They do.
I still haven't had too much boba, so I can't say like my go-to, but the last one I had was an Oreo boba, which slapped.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So good.
That does sound good.
So I don't drink a lot.
Well,
Which was one
the
closer to
the first boba that I ever had was actually last week, which was supposed to be something I would have shared, but someone got to first. Thanks, Eden.
Spoiler.
But I had boba for the first time last week. There's not really a lot of boba shops where I live, or like around the vicinity of where I live, so it's not something that's like offered at like the local Starbucks. You kind of have to go to like a little tea place that offers boba. So but I was offered boba at work. My boss asked me if she could go pick up some boba for me, and she asked me like, what kind do you want? And I'm like, what kind is there? And she just gave me the menu on her phone. She's like, pick one and I'll go pick it up. I'm like, okay. All right, cool.
So you just picked the generic one.
I picked the one that looks the most generic, basically. I think it was like,
It's like a regular milk tea.
Yeah, it was like a honey something. It was like a
honeydew. Oh no, you said
honeydew.
lemon.
That was it. Yeah, it was honeydew with like the regular boba. It was supposed to be like the plainest one. And when I gave her the phone back, she looked at me and she said, "This is the one you want?" I'm like, "Yeah,
I guess."
I guess. Yeah, I'm not really sure because they had all kinds. They had like a strawberry boba. They had some bobas that were in some that I probably would not be able to pronounce if you asked me to. There was all kinds of bobas basically. And so I just picked the one that looked the plainest. And yeah, when I got it, it was basically just mucky brown, kind of. I'm like, okay, this just looks like coffee.
You know, kind of like a regular.
And it was the most disgusting thing.
Well, what about the tapioca balls itself?
The tapioca balls were fine. They were fine. Like, you know, it's like, this is fine. It's just the taste.
Would you ever order that topping again or pick a different topping?
No, I mean, the balls, maybe. But the actual drink itself, never in a million years.
Yeah, when I usually order, I don't get 100% sugar. I usually get 50 or 25, depending on the type of drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Mm.
Well, I guess I'll hop in
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
What do you got, Riley?
So my first time trying boba. I guess this goes back to how long ago was it? It was like a few years ago, I think. At this point, maybe like 2. Anyway, so me and a friend, one day we just decided to go to the Asian market, the local Asian market, and I've been trying to go there for a while, but I just haven't been able to, or haven't found the time, I guess, because one, it's like 30 minutes away from my place, which sucks, so I wish it was closer, because that was awesome.
That's the closest one?
That's the closest one.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Bruh.
So at this point, we start going down. I'm all excited about this trip here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we finally get there and we go in. We're just in awe of everything inside. There was a whole fish market inside, which I've never seen before. There was durians, giant durians. And when you see those things, those are like 3 times the size of your head.
Oh yeah, those are really good.
Just all sorts of crazy stuff. And then we go to the place that sells boba there, and we get boba for the first time. But I've never ordered boba before, so I had no idea what to get. So then I consult the boba gurus here, more specifically Abby. I was like, yo, I'm getting boba for the first time. What do I get? Or what
I think I said
recommend?
Thai tea.
Yeah, Thai tea, and then I think I
think
got
there
the
was
regular tapioca balls or something.
Yeah.
And then you told me to get, I think I got 75 sweetness or something like that.
Yeah.
So I lowered the sweetness a little bit. And then got the tea, and oh my god, dude, that shit smacked. That was so good. I would get that again, 100%.
You should try Thai tea next time, Hannah. Maybe
Yeah, Thai
maybe
tea
you'll like
is
that
good.
one.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah. Alright. Well, also, as the audience may have noticed, we have different icons now. They're newly designed by Hannah, and she decided to show all of us after she finished all of them. So, did we all expect it? Like what we got?
Yeah.
Mine pretty much looks the same from the sketch.
They're good.
I was not gonna change Riley's. Riley's was staying the same.
It was perfect in every way.
Literally just drew one version of Riley's. And it was like, yep,
Yeah.
no.
That's the one.
Yeah, this looks like Riley. I don't know what else you want.
Literally.
Yeah.
Mine was kind of complicated because I asked Hannah to redraw mine many times.
You were not happy with the first variant that I drew.
Okay, it's because the head looked very big. And
Yeah,
That
to
looks
be
big.
fair, I honestly kind of thought that myself when I was drawing it as well. And I was like, I mean, like, you know, maybe it'll be fine. Like, once, you know, once I finish it. But then, like, once you pointed out as well, it's like, no, this is gonna be an issue. So, We basically came to a point where it's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna redraw your design and give you, instead of, because I gave her like a mix of a classic and a what I call like a small variant of like my little sock puppet designs, which is what Cece has. And I gave her like a combination of the two, so it was like kind of small, but like it had like the little bit of the overhang, just a tiny bit, but it just came out a little weird at the end. So I just gave her a basic little small sock puppet variant, and I changed the eyes to be more of like beads, kind of. So I think it worked out well in the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only problem I had is like earlier it looked like boxing gloves. I'm like, oh, what is that?
Yeah. Yeah. Her design is her design had these headphones in it, like your original design in them. And so I was thinking, oh, like maybe I can incorporate this into the the sock puppet. And so I thought it looked fine, but when you pointed out the boxing gloves, I'm like, yeah, I guess they kind of do look like boxing gloves a little bit. So I took those out and I just gave you a little collar and I gave you a knife to, substitute the so.
Most of my personas is based on my OCs and such, so I just added several stuff. Basically, I'm cosplaying as my own OCs. That's my own concept. Like the ears are from my box OC named what is it? Heartstone? Yeah, Heartstone.
Yeah.
And the collar's from one of my other OCs as well.
Yeah.
The headphones were another person's OC design I made. Yeah.
But it looks so good with your, normal design. Like when Abby commissioned the artist to make like, the official designs, like the pretty designs of our little personas, they fit your character so well. So I thought that, I'd try and incorporate them with the little mini version, but nah.
Couldn't add all of them.
Yeah.
It was like a bit too much detail in the head, that's why I said it was fine.
When it comes to the sock puppets, it's best just to keep them as simple as possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be caricatures of our caricatures.
Yeah. And then Eden, I was a little frustrated with you because I really liked your version 1 design. I was really proud. The one that will never see the light of day. I was really happy with it. But you did not like it. It's like, oh, that's upset.
I was rooting for that one too. Man.
Yeah. Yeah. But I also do like how the second one came out. So I just like the posture of it the most. And it's not I would have preferred Crimson Chin Eden to come into play, but
chin. I don't have a massive chin.
It's just funny to look at, and I love the body, the little body type so much that I ended up giving that body type to Kevin. So who's
not with his today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he'll
be
in a different podcast. He's not available today.
Yeah, he'll come on eventually, and
he made a random debut one time in our videos.
Yeah. But he'll come on eventually, and you'll be able to see his little icon eventually. You know what I'm talking about, but But I do like how Eden's. I just wanted to go with something that kind of fit Eden's personality, something that was very laid back, and lax, and I went with the hunching pose. And we're not going to talk about how he has pockets built into his body.
Oh, that's what they are?
Yeah.
No.
What did you think it was?
I didn't think they were pockets at
Yeah.
all. I thought he was
I
just like a
mean-
shadow.
I mean,
Hands.
Riley's hair is his hands.
Yeah, I was like, where's his hands?
Yeah, Riley's hair is his hands. That's why
What the fuck?
At first I thought.
I drew a little doodle of Riley smiling and like Riley sock puppet smiling and his hair forming a little thumbs up, and I thought, this is fucking genius. I am an artist.
Oh my god.
And I was like, nope, this stays. This is perfect. This is why Riley doesn't have any hands. It's because his hair is hands. So
Yeah, I'm actually Bayonetta, by the way. So
yeah, you're Bayonetta. Because I mean, like, Riley has such long hair, like, in real life. So, you know, I wanted to, you know, just incorporate, like, a unique, you know, thing with his hair. So, because it's a part of you. So,
yep.
part of your identity.
You did capture me, because
Yeah.
I do have in my pockets a lot of the time.
Yeah. I figured that you would be the kind of person to do that. So,
You know, I also at first didn't think it was pockets. I thought he would just had hands
Nubs.
squishing his. I just thought he had hands squishing his like belly or something.
No. Yeah, it does look like it.
But then I
No,
realized that
no.
it's actually a pocket. Okay.
yeah, he's got pockets. Yeah. If I like put shading in there, then you know I would have been able to tell more. But
Yeah,
I
true.
don't want to put any shading on the designs. I really just wanted to keep them as simple as possible. Because I didn't want to overcomplicate them. I just wanted to keep them basic. So
Yeah, for sure.
what else? Oh, my design. My design was very easy. So I just drew myself lumpy and called it a day. So yeah, lumpy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, our icons are supposed to represent our personas, like the ones from the banner, similar to that. So,
Yeah.
how did we all design our personas at first? Like, what was the thought process behind it? I know that Cece has touched on some of it a few minutes ago about how
Yeah.
her persona is a bit of her OCs, each of her OCs.
Yeah.
There's cosplaying parts of them.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, like I just drew like a little caricature of myself. Like
With
my
the Elmo shirt.
I know that I wanted to incorporate a meme somehow. So, and I love that meme so much. But my original design was me with just white skin, like paper white, like the sock puppets right now. It was just because that's just how I've always done myself, is just paper white skin with a little like I call it like a goofy nose, like from Goofy movie, like how, you know, the dogs have like the button noses and all that. Not that, you know, I draw myself like from Goofy movie, but I've always given myself that kind of nose.
I
So
think when I commissioned the artist, she was asking me if you had like a dog's nose, and I remember I had to ask you about that because you drew like a
Yeah.
very big black dot on the
I drew
nose.
the black dog nose. Yeah.
Yeah, so and I think you said no, it's not it. So so I had to tell
I mean, like,
her.
I didn't know how to describe it. I mean, it was just like a button nose. That was like the best way I could put it, because like I don't want to say it's a dog nose because I don't want people to think I'm a furry.
But I think you drew dog ears too, right? Or
Or
did you not?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I,
yeah.
I did not resort that far.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's okay. She's
There's
only
nothing wrong with being a furry, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just don't want I that's not who I am. So
It's okay to admit it. We're all safe here.
Yeah, we're all accepting.
Yeah,
a furry.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
it's okay. You can come out to us.
Shut up.
Okay.
Okay. Riley, how did you come up with your design?
It's me.
Yours just looked very basic
It's
because it is you.
it's just me.
That's a good way to put it. Okay.
Well,
No,
actually,
I-
describe what what you're actually wearing when you design him.
Yeah. So when I designed it, I wanted to select my favorite outfit that I wear.
What's your favorite outfit?
My favorite outfit.
Is
I usually wear the same exact beanie almost all the time because I
yeah.
just love the beanie. It's very nice and comfortable in it.
I've never
from-
seen a photo with him without his beanie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always
Both
is
my,
the signature item.
Yeah.
Yeah, both my beanie and my my windbreaker that I'm wearing are both from an event that was very special to me.
hmm
It was the first ever Second Sky Festival by Porter Robinson
Oh, okay.
that
yeah,
I
that's understandable.
bought them both from,
Yeah.
but it was an amazing time.
Yeah. Okay.
I could tell a lot about it, but
Personally.
We have to have this out so you can start calling it.
And then I have my my black joggers that just go with everything.
Yeah.
And then my old shoes, which I actually don't wear anymore because I've outgrown them
Yeah.
since then. But I
Yeah.
still do love
Did you have to tape them together so they wouldn't fall apart?
Taped
No,
them?
them. They weren't quite that down bad.
Okay. Have
What
I
the
ever?
fuck?
This is off topic, but have I ever showed you the photo of my grandmother's shoes of when I walked into
don't think
and
so.
I looked down and her shoes were duct taped together?
Oh my gosh. She did
Your
not want to
grandma
get rid of
duct taped
those
her
shoes.
No, I think I still have the photo. I know this is super.
I thought
off
you were gonna
topic,
say.
but-
I thought you were gonna say she still has them.
No, she does. I
Bro.
know she still
What?
does. But I know it's super off topic, but I just remember that when Riley brought up his shoes, and I thought like, okay, I should probably talk about this real quick.
She's really pinching that pension money.
No, that's just how she's always been. Why don't you continue while I try and find the photo?
Okay,
gonna pick-
well, with mine, it's basically just a human Absol. You got the signature horns of the regular Absol. Well, actually, no. This is a Mega Absol. Yeah, the horns are from the Mega Absol, and then I always like the sided braid hair style. And then as for the outfit, I just wanted to go with something that looks elegant on my character. So I just picked like this off-shouldered long sleeve blouse. That's like a dress too, like a short dress. And then with the open-toed sandals. And then I also put the bracelet that I wear in real life too, which is on my right hand, and then the anklet that's on the left side of my ankle, and basically the whole outfit is all white too. But it still turned out great.
You're very white.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I was designing your sock puppet, I was contemplating whether or not I should like make your hair like an
The hair is
off-white.
supposed to be like a little cream color.
I know, and like I was like, it looks white in the photo that I saw, and so I'm like,
Yeah.
Because your icon is like the only thing that I would probably go back and change because it is so white. But
The only thing that's contrasting the white is the blue, dark
and
blue.
the red.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the red.
that's it. Yeah. But
So
I
white
sent the photo for you to see.
is brilliant.
Oh my
I,
god,
I can't believe
it's actually duct
Yeah.
tape.
It's actually duct tape, yes.
My
She's still-
gosh.
All of her shoes, I promise you, all of her shoes are like that. And
So she just walks out like that?
What? She
Yes.
duct taped all her
Oh my
shoes.
gosh.
because they're all falling apart, they all
Why?
have holes.
But she can get another pair.
Bro.
She will not buy.
You
a
can
pair.
buy her, or anyone can buy her a new pair.
We do buy her pairs of shoes.
But she doesn't
But
wear them?
Wear them because she doesn't want to ruin them.
What do you
But
mean?
that's the point of shoes.
Listen, my grandmother is a very unique woman.
Bruh.
And she is the kind of person who would rather make herself suffer in order to like not inconvenience other people.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bro, why's she treating her every pair of shoes like she just bought the rarest pair of Air
Yeah.
Jordans?
Like those, is it the Jordans that people wear? That
Like the Nikes or whatever.
Yeah,
I
the
don't-
Nikes
Yeah,
are that
Jordans
you
is-
don't, you're scared of just
Yeah.
getting them dirty, even the bottom.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
No.
different types of shoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's. She came over for dinner the other night, and she was like, "Yeah, my feet are hurting so badly." I was like, "Grandma, why? Like
I wonder why.
your shoes?" And she
Mm.
lifted up her shoes. Her shoes have so many fucking holes in them, and they're just falling apart. I'm like, "Grandma,
What happened?
like, what did you do?" It's like, "Oh,
Bro.
I like the holes are supposed to be there, just like not like that."
She thought
What
the
do you
holes were
mean?
supposed to be there?
Well, it's like one of those like shoes that have like they do have holes, like, you know, kind of like intermingled, like as a design, like on top of it. But there's like holes on the side. Were holes on the bottom. It's like there were only supposed to be holes on the top, not all over. So, yeah. She's a unit.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well,
Alright.
She's
Anyway.
fucking all right.
Well,
Eden,
yeah.
why did you I'm curious to know, like, why'd you go with the pumpkin, but specifically, so.
Really thinking about
Tux.
You're really thinking about this. Did you just do it board?
So like
I mean, you better put the Jeopardy music on this play.
just break the sun soothing music.
Yeah, break the lo-fi and just put the Jeopardy music. Start zooming in on
Yeah.
Eden's face, like, do 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 do.
Okay.
do.
so that's not the Jeopardy music. That's not the Jeopardy. So basically, my character is a butler, and he just wears a pumpkin.
Because he just wanted to disguise
No, what the fuck?
himself.
What's the
Gosh,
There's no
thought?
lore.
Good.
What do you mean there's no
What's up?
lore?
This was,
you just designed a pumpkin butler.
Well,
and
okay,
said,
but like you could have picked a different vegetable. Like why?
Yeah.
Why it had to be a pumpkin?
why
Why-
pumpkin?
it was round, so I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, a pumpkin works.
And out of all professions, why did you choose butler?
Yeah.
I don't know. Wanted to make a butler.
Just
I had to
wanted
make a character. Like, well, what do I want to
Okay,
make?
but
of
it's like,
this?
do you like the
I like
design of a butler? Is that what
Yes.
inspired you?
How does it relate to you?
I like I like I like wearing suits.
Really?
Okay.
what?
That's
Yeah.
like the first time I've ever heard someone
That's
say
the
that
first
they
time
like
you've ever said that.
they like being professional.
This is the first time that we've ever found out that you're secretly a fancy boy.
I mean,
don't wear
I
them a lot, but when I do enjoy it.
I mean, I get it. I absolutely get it.
You guys
Suits.
like wearing suits?
Dude,
I mean,
suits make
do look fancy.
you feel badass. Okay, suits make you
Yeah.
It's
feel
because of.
like
It's probably
you're the
from
handsomest dude.
movies. Like
Yeah.
people are just wearing
You're
suits.
one of those
and,
people
you
that would
know.
go to the movie theaters dressed in a suit, aren't you? For the memes.
No, it's
Yes,
because
I-
a lot of
I-
characters in
Hell
movies wear
yeah.
suits.
Dude,
Yeah.
on my I don't like what year was this? Like on my 5th birthday, I wore a suit to school because I just wanted to.
What the heck?
You're one of those kids. Oh god.
I did it. Yeah.
You
I like
are-
wearing suits.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well-
You're 100% one of those kids that wore a suit, like just regular day at school.
Per picture day.
I only did it 1 year though.
Oh.
Doesn't matter, you still
Why-
did it.
Why didn't you do it for the other years?
Because I grew up and I realized how cringe it was. I'm
But
like,
but now you're saying you still like wearing suits?
You still like wearing
'cause I
suits, so
rarely
you're
do
still
it.
the
It's
Yeah,
just,
same.
so-
it's like it's a nice. It's like a special events where I have to draw. Where
parties.
I have to wear.
a guilty pleasure.
All the parties
So basically,
that you go to.
like you get so excited like whenever there's a party, not because like you get to see like people again or like
Yeah.
part of a
Just-
special event.
just
You're
to, like,
excited
wearing the
because you get to
suit.
wear a suit.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's just
that's
excited for
exactly
that
it.
part.
Oh my
Okay, for the
gosh.
pumpkin, do you like eating pumpkins?
I mean, I'm not a big fan of it, but I thought it was
Pumpkins-
cool.
Why?
Pumpkins are nasty.
The mask.
There's gotta be a reason, right?
Pumpkins are nasty,
No,
in my opinion.
Why
but the
the
only reason
pumpkin?
is it looked cool. That's the only reason.
Oh
No,
my
but
gosh.
you said it looked round. Does that mean just like
Yeah.
your face? Like
Yeah,
like a
it
human's
was
face?
round enough to put as a face, and you can put faces on them because of Halloween.
To be fair, that is the most common vegetable worn on a head.
It is the most common
Just
vegetable.
Halloween,
Especially
your
when Halloween
favorites.
comes.
like
No.
then
Why
this doesn't make sense. This doesn't add up.
the most like unreasonable? I just like to think this is like an old OC that you drew as a kid, and you were panicking like.
I'm
trying to think
pretty
of it
sure
as-
he was procrastinating when he was designing.
Yeah,
it.
and you just were sifting through your old drawings, and you found this like perfect.
No.
Just an image popped in your head, and you're like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
Yeah, sure, this is perfect.
Bruh, yeah, let's just
Did
go
you-
with this.
Okay, let me ask you one more thing. Is this by any chance based off of the Headless Horseman from the Scooby-Doo Goblin King?
No.
At all.
This was way before we watched that.
I know, but I mean, you watched it as a child. Do you think that maybe there's a chance that that character stayed in your head for a dormant of years until you had to draw this, and then
No.
he just popped into your head? It's
I
like,
forgot the movie existed until we watched it. And I'm like, oh yeah, this character is a thing.
You trying to make a full circle argument?
you forgot. How could you forget Jay Leno as a pumpkin? How
I
dare
haven't
you?
watched that movie since I was like 10.
Anything, I would have thought he'd be inspired to design his character from Persona.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh yeah. I forgot about
be
that.
fair,
Yeah, you didn't even think
It
about
does
that.
Forgot about Professor.
It does
Wow.
kind of look like a Joker ripoff. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the suit.
Yeah, with the suit specifically.
I would have been smart. I should have done that instead of
Oh,
I
too
don't know.
late now.
Smart, yeah.
It's too late.
You should have designed your own mask and everything.
We commissioned an artist for this.
Yeah.
I did this like the night before we had to
Yeah.
do it.
I'm not. Oh my
See,
gosh.
see.
No,
Okay.
I mean I like it though. I like him though.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a name. I just like him.
It's supposed to be you.
I'm not saying it's a bad
You.
design. It is a really cute design. It's just not something I would expect you to go with. I would have expected a girl, to be honest.
No. Okay, well, Cece, how many OCs does your character cosplaying? Like which, like how many? And I mean, you can name them if you would like, but since you said your character cosplays your OCs, I just curious how many OCs that you put there.
Well, the original drawing I done, I had Hearthstone ears and Zane headphones, and then I have crystals. Oh wait, no, it's not crystal. It's what's their name? I gotta search the name.
So you listed like 3 so far.
So, Amelia and which I haven't made the character information that much, so I don't have it posted yet. But Amelia is Choker with the heart bell, and then I had my own shirt, which is just my cat Cookie, and then other random designs with it. Cherry, which is like a red panda during it was during when I made it randomly before art fight started for turning red. So I was like, I want to make a red panda now, so I have a red panda tail that's red, pink, and that's about it for cosplaying the rest of parts of OCs. And I have blue jeans, and then just regular sneakers that are the magenta.
I think that was 10 or something.
Oh, and the tooth, the fang tooth is it's from my MLP pony for my bat pony, soaring soundwave.
Okay.
But that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ones.
My gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's so much lore
Better
in this
than
movie.
me.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I like creating characters and writing information.
I know.
So
Honestly, though, it was worth it in the end, because I honestly think your design was it has like by far like the most amount to it, but it also it truly looks like your own character. So I think, you know, it's a really well designed character. So yeah.
Overall, they're just mostly fandoms. Most of them.
I know, but they're fandoms and they're, you know, little attributes that are important to you. And they make their, you know, part of the things that you love, and they make you you. So I think that just makes your design special.
Yeah.
Would you guys ever cosplay as your personas?
Oh, no.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I
would.
already do.
I think mine would be simple. Even with the pumpkin head.
I would.
He's like,
bigger.
I would love to cosplay mine.
I would love to
Honestly,
see
I
it. I would
think,
just wear if I could
like,
make it.
even though I don't like think your design like fits you personally, I can see you cosplaying as your persona, and I think that would be a very fun character to cosplay.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
I also like how Eden is the one with technically the masked identity now. So, like, I used to be the one with the paper bag over their head, and now Eden's the one with the pumpkin.
Yeah, that was when.
That was when
know,
I didn't show my face to
yeah.
any of you guys.
Yeah, so we just depicted you with a paper bag over your
Yeah.
head.
Yep.
Like, I think for the longest time, the only person who knew what I looked like was Eden.
Yeah.
And then a few months before I showed the rest of you guys, I showed Abby, because you helped me pass my months, and I wanted to thank you like in a call. So, and then I showed, and then like I actually, properly introduced myself like physically, like over camera, like on Christmas or something. To you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this was like after what, 6 years of knowing each other?
Yeah, 6 years and you didn't show your face.
I think
Yep.
I think this year makes it 8.
Was it really?
I don't know. Maybe.
Damn.
8. Yeah, because I think I'm not gonna go into like how we met because we want to save that for when Kevin gets here, but we met back in like 2014, 2015, I think.
Around the time when Amino started.
Yeah.
Wow. That was...
Don't spoil! God!
Yeah, that's when we gotta wait for Kevin.
Yeah.
Don't
We'll
spoil!
talk about that next time with Kevin.
Yeah, but yeah, it has been close to 8 years now.
Man, that's crazy.
That's scary. I have no time anymore.
Oh my god, it is 8 years, bro.
Don't fucking say that. Well, to be fair, like for like 4 of them, we did not talk to each other. So
Most
Yeah,
of
we
it,
just
we haven't talked to
disappeared.
each other.
we just disappeared. So
It was maybe
we're
like
doing-
a couple years.
yeah, and then I think back in 2019, we got back together and that. So I'm not gonna talk.
To more.
We gotta wait till Kevin.
Later.
We gotta wait till Kevin.
Yeah.
We gotta wait till Kevin.
Move
Okay.
on.
Well, we also... How did we come up with our YouTube name? I know that,
You did.
well, we discussed off camera that we're thinking of changing it because we didn't
Nintendo
just in case we do become big
Scared.
in the future, then
Yeah. We're scared of
thinking, but-
Nintendo.
Yeah, we
Because
don't want to.
I feel like we can create something more
Yeah.
creative with the name.
Yeah. But part of it is because Nintendo is scary, and currently right now they're going after a lot of YouTubers, and I think there's one guy recently who literally has to pay off Nintendo for the rest of his life and will never be free from Nintendo. And it's like
Yeah, that was messed
they're
up.
just a scary company. But also I feel like, eventually we because we don't just do the Pokemon D&D, like we do, video games, and now we're doing the podcast.
Yeah, it was
and-
supposed to be like a variety channel.
Yeah, and so I think that changing the name to broaden what we do would be beneficial for us in the future. So
And to be honest, I created the name, so entirely I wasn't even sure what to name the server for when we
No.
came on. And
I
I just
know.
suggested some names to Eden. And one
Yeah.
of them I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go with Pokemon Wildlife then.
yeah, for the Discord, like that's fine, but like for the channel, I do feel like because we do so many different things. Like I think it's just gonna be beneficial for us to do that in the future. So not right now, like we
Yeah.
don't do anything now, but in the future, it's something that we should think about. So.
And we're gonna have a hard
Yeah.
time deciding on the name.
Yep, we sure are.
Yep.
I mean, it took us like almost a week and a half to decide on this fucking name. So
Wait, but it's because we kept coming up with more names when we should have just narrowed it down to like 3.
yeah,
Because we would all come up with names. Half the people, or more than half the people, would agree. Then 1 or 2 people would be like, "Nah."
But it should
Yeah.
be the majority.
It's
you know?
cringy.
If someone really doesn't like it, then we won't
Yeah.
have that. But if it's just
Yeah.
like, it's okay.
I mean, like when we decided on the name, I hadn't even have Boba yet, and so I just thought it'd be fun. We named it Boba time, and I never even had fucking Boba.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought that was gonna be ironic, but then I got
Yeah,
Boba.
but then you got Boba.
Then you
I got
got
Boba, so
what are the
damn.
odds?
What are the odds?
Yeah.
Just in time. What
and
else?
then
What
our
else do you have for us?
YouTube banner, we do have a bunch of spiels. The only real one is the one that my character is holding, and while the others are plushes.
We have
And
plushies.
the origin of Spiel becoming our mascot was
Living
very
the
interesting.
Oh gosh. Yeah. We used to have a mystery dungeon D&D that I still miss
that's on
it. With,
hiatus.
yeah,
It's
I
on
know.
hiatus.
I still miss it. It's on hiatus right now, and hopefully one day it will come back. But yeah, I miss it dearly just because I think a lot of our favorite like personal moments happen like on that D&D, and a lot of inside jokes started because of that D&D. So that was a fun
Yeah,
series.
and that's also how we started doing more D&D. And
Yeah.
I mean, like we did do like some like D&D sessions before the mystery dungeon, but we didn't know what the hell we were doing.
oh yeah, that's true. The
I think
very
it
first
really
one,
was just fun.
because we didn't know what we were doing. We were just goofing
like,
around.
I feel like the mystery dungeon one, and also Cece's D&D was the one where we actually did feel like that we were like, okay, no, we could do this. But the mystery dungeon one, we got farther into that one, and that one we felt more attached
Very
to.
connected to the characters.
Very connected, like
Right.
Including one in particular.
What?
Including one in particular, which is the Spheal.
The Spheal.
The
Yes.
Spheal has a name.
The Spheal.
Oh
is
yeah,
the name.
yeah.
Do you
Why don't we?
the name?
Yeah, we can give out the name.
Yeah.
Is
It's
it Dumbbell or Dumbo? It's Dumbbell, right?
Dumbbell.
It's dumb. It's dumb.
Dumbbell.
Like we were originally gonna name it Dumbo, but then Abby told us that
There was two.
it's
There was a male one.
though.
There was a male and a female
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
You
that's
guys,
right, we
you
got
guys
twins.
befriended 3 spiels.
Oh, yeah.
There was basketball and Dumbo,
Basketball's
Dumbbell.
forgettable.
Well, yeah, basically, like, for anyone that are familiar with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, when you go to the dungeons and defeat a Pokemon, there's a chance that the Pokemon that you defeat will want to befriend you, and then you can have a choice to accept that or not, and when you do, you can nickname them too. And so I gave the players the option to nickname the Pokemon they befriended, and that's how they decided that nickname.
Yeah. And I completely forgot about basketball, but I did remember Dumbo. Because we got 2 males and a female. We couldn't think of a female name, and so after naming Dumbo, we just called the female one Dumbet, and had a cute little pink bow, and Dumbet basically came with us on our adventures.
Yeah, you guys like to take her on the journey than
We
the other Pokemon that you befriended.
Yeah, we just forgot about Dumbo and basketball, to be honest.
I didn't forget about
once-
Dumbo. I just forgot about basketball.
I know.
Yeah. Once Dumbbell came into our lives, we never went back.
Yeah, Dumbet stayed with us, and now we mention her whenever we can, so.
Yeah, plus Spiel is a cute Pokemon.
Yeah, Spiel is an awesome Pokemon. Like, how can you hate it? It is one of the most perfect Pokemon.
It's spherical. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's spherical.
Spherical.
It just reminds me of the Drake and Josh meme.
Yep,
But
exactly.
did they ever find Drake Bell by any chance?
I think they did. I think they did find Drake Bell.
Okay, he went missing for like a day near school site. And it's like, okay.
It's like the most sus place you can go missing.
You know, like after all of the accusations against him and what he's been charged with, it's like,
Yeah.
had no reason. Where did he go? Okay, I'm glad he's been found. So.
Well, since we're still doing the Rise of New Heroes D&D, How did you guys, design your characters?
I don't want to go first. Someone else go.
Or okay, just I guess you can explain how you come up with the name and then the personality and design of the character.
Riley, you want to take this one?
All right, if you insist.
Yeah.
Okay. So my character in the current D&D we are recording is named Fen. He's a shy but smart little character.
Yes.
And I guess the way I designed him was I was really trying to think of a concept in my head of what he would look like. And then his image popped up into my head, so I drew it. And then I based his personality off of what I drew. And I was like, okay, he seems like he could be the nerdy type. I'll make him soft and caring and very knowledgeable.
How did you come up with the green hair? Like, how did you decide that?
Yeah.
Like again, it was more. I was really just trying to get the image in my head, and also, I don't know. I've been really wanting to put a lot more green into my characters because I don't know. I'm just fascinated with like, I don't know. Recently, I've just been fascinated with the color green. Especially the color of his hair that I did. It's like a silvery green, which I think is a really rad color.
Yeah. Would you dye your own hair that color?
Maybe, yeah.
That green.
I'd look like
just cosplay as Fen.
Like an elven hair. Yeah,
with that hairdo
First
too.
time he cut his hair in years.
Oh my gosh. I mean, he could wear a wig.
I could. It'd be tough to tuck it all under there, though.
That's true.
It'd be really tough to tuck it in.
But then you won't be able to dye your hair.
Wait a minute. Do you have thick or thin hair?
I think I have thinner hair.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It's gonna be pretty easy then.
Yeah, so it won't be hard.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you had thick hair, that shit's gonna be impossible with your length of hair.
Yes, I mean, I have worn a wig before, but I haven't worn a wig when my hair was super long like it is now.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly how that would be. Actually, you know what? I think it's like almost the same hairstyle too of the wig I have, except I would just have to change the color.
You'd have to shave your head.
And then add the hair bang extensions.
Would you shave your head, Riley?
I've been thinking about it.
What? Please don't.
Please don't.
Have you shaved your head before?
Not. I haven't gotten a buzz cut, but when I was a kid, a wee lad, I used to have that, the old pre-2010s spike cut. Where I would spike up my hair with hair gel.
I remember in the 2000s, people would just have a mohawk. Mohawks were trending.
Yeah, mohawks.
Just like the slickest and straightest mohawk that looked like
and they would use the guys would use so much gel, hair gel.
Oh my lordy lord!
The mohawk would look like an iguana spine.
Yeah,
that's how jagged it was.
I remember I had one classmate that dyed the tips of his hair blonde, and then he would just turn it into a mohawk. Like he just looked like he has a lot of spikes on his head.
Same. I know. I had a classmate who did the exact same thing, and it looked awful.
I mean, back then it was probably cool, but now looking back, it just looks weird.
Yeah, it was a very strange, very of the era hairstyle.
Yeah.
The 2000s were just weird.
It was very
Yeah, we were there.
for the time.
Yeah. All right.
Hope
Eden,
I'm
how'd
so-
you come up?
So basically, the way I came up with winter was I'm pretty sure we got our classes first before we made our characters, right?
Classes? No, the intro scene was kind of us in our bedroom just making intro videos to the professor for the next morning.
Yeah.
No, but like before we made our characters,
Yeah, we had
got our
the classes.
Yeah, I
Did we?
think so.
Because I based one of my classes on part of my character.
Yeah, because I based Winter off her.
When you guys were writing the backstory.
I based her off our
Yeah.
classes. So I wanted a cheerleader commander.
Oh, classes.
I wanted a support.
My dumbass thought you meant
Yeah.
like school classes. I was like,
School
oh, we didn't have a
classes.
school session.
Oh
And,
my.
No, we're still on the characters.
yeah, I know we were on the no. Like I thought you meant like we had a class session in the 0 episode.
Oh no.
Yeah, basically I just wanted a support character, and I thought like, well, a cheerleader commander would be a girl would be a good fit for that. So then I made Winter. I named her based off my favorite season. Yes, season, because Winter is a season. Yeah. And then I just everything. Her height, weight, and birthday were just randomly generated on my website.
So that's
Yeah.
why you're the tallest.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you did.
Or-
you
Oh,
did
so-
ask like
How
what's
people
how
are
yeah what's the
heighted.
No,
average
yeah.
height of a 13-year-old girl?
the height was not. The height was
That's
handpicked.
not
I'm gonna be real.
accurate at
I will
all.
never. I will be real. I will never see Winter as the tallest. I will never see her as the tallest.
She canonically is the tallest.
She is not tall in my head. I'm sorry.
She's the tallest. It's canon.
She is.
Canonically the
No,
tall
she's
girl.
not. I'm sorry.
And then I didn't know how to design her, but I did have a kind of an image on her about her. But I did use websites to like narrow down how I wanted to see her, or how I wanted her to appear.
Didn't you? Oh wait, no, never mind. You compared my drawing of her to. I was gonna say, didn't you base her off of like a drawing from like a toy or something? But I
Oh.
think you compared.
What?
No.
Oh, hey.
From what?
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 Wait, what did
Yeah.
Hannah say?
You showed me a photo of like when I showed
Bro.
you like the rough of Winter basically. You're like, hey yo, this looks like this one drawing.
Oh,
this
Yes,
one
yours,
drawing.
Oh,
your
yeah.
drawing, yes.
Oh my god.
Your
Yeah,
drawing
yeah.
I did,
my drawing.
because the art looked familiar.
Oh yeah, I remember that conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that. That was wild.
Because the
I
art
can't-
style looked
And then
familiar.
Hannah was like, "What?"
Man, this
Yeah, I
this
was
looks
like,
that
wait,
one
what?
anime I jerked off to.
It's like, okay, thanks, Eden, I guess. I didn't know if I should take that as a compliment or as like an insult. I don't know. I didn't know how to feel about it.
I guess depends on
worry
what you
about
want.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you also, when I asked everyone what their signature item would be, you selected whip. So why did you want to get Winter a whip?
No comment.
No comments. She has yet to use it for a shoe
Listen.
purpose.
The
Well, it's
whip,
not like she has used it yet.
Yet.
Eden, I would like to remind our friend group here that you had a character in Cece's D&D
Was a
that
dwarf,
did
yeah.
something. Yeah,
Oh.
but he also
Wait, what did he do?
Oh,
The thoughts are coming back to me.
I'm trying to
and
remember
now
what he did.
now you have the whip. I don't Eden.
All he
You
had
can't
was a
trust
hammer.
those characters anymore.
All he
No.
had-
Well,
That's so wild.
For
Well,
the
tell me what
viewers,
he had.
he had a slave that he bought. He
It
bought a
was.
slave.
Oh yeah, he did buy a
He
slave.
bought a slave at
Yeah.
the one of the first
Okay.
towns.
For
Okay.
anyone that listens, like he gave the he like wanted to save someone, but he had to buy them. He gave
No,
a
he
Yeah,
didn't
so
want
then
to
She
he
save
had
owned
them. He
them.
wanted a
okay.
slave.
No, yeah,
Okay.
he wanted
She
to own one. Okay, basically, like a small background is that Cece's D&D is just it takes place in the olden days.
Like a regular D&D.
Mhm.
Yeah, just like
like,
Yeah.
the generic
not like his not like
D&D
yeah,
Beyond
generic
type of
fantasy.
thing. Yeah, so
Yeah, like a classic D&D setting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like the actual USA
yeah,
olden days.
and
Yeah,
so
no.
Yeah. No.
you know we were everyone was divided into three classes, like the poor and then like the
Mhm.
moderate and then the high class. And
Yeah.
we were the poors, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending
Yeah.
on how much
Mhm.
money we started with. And so we went to one of the towns and we had the option to, you know, like if you can buy a slave, then you can. And so Eden's character
Yeah.
decided to buy a slave.
We
Alright,
all bashed on him first.
It was so
in my
unexpected. I
defense,
wasn't thinking anyone
It
would buy
was
a
like,
slave.
why?
in my defense, she had
Bro.
privilege.
Oh my
No,
god.
she
Oh
was
my
just
God.
strong.
You can't. There's no
She
way you
was
can defend
she
that.
was really strong.
Yeah.
You can't defend that, Eden.
She had privileges. Like she could leave whenever she wanted. All right.
That is the
That's
only.
what they all
Whenever I
say.
think of D&D, that is one of the things that will always pop into my head. Is that your character did that?
That's what he wanted.
It's okay, I guess. I think my character like just genuinely just left. Like she left the building or something. It's
Okay,
like,
well at least, you know, Winter's personality isn't that brutal.
yeah, Winter's
I
personality
mean,
is very
she
different.
she
I was
she
just
had
making
I mean she had her troubles try to eat the corpse, you know,
Okay,
the
yeah,
unconscious
but,
yeah,
Pokemon.
that's also something.
Yeah.
the thing
You
about
had
Winter, she's very battle ready and she's always ready to go in first, head on. You know?
Yeah,
That's why she always goes first.
Yeah.
sure.
That's her commander showing, her commander side showing.
Okay. Sure.
I'm still getting weird vibes from that whip, but for other reasons.
Yeah.
I know. It's like everyone has like Miles has like a little like CD player, like a walkie. Riley
But you
has
never
Even
used
know
it.
No, we didn't even
never
knew
used
you
it.
had it.
I never had a chance to use it.
Okay, but to
You
be fair, no
forgot.
one even remember. I'm pretty sure you didn't remember
Not a
it
single
at
person
one
remembers
time.
No, I do
before.
remember. I have it written down,
Okay.
but I just never had a chance to use it.
Yeah.
We had a Jeopardy thing for ourselves just as a test, and
Yeah.
one of the questions was what
What signature
special
items
did we?
did everyone bring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no
Yeah.
one figured out what Miles was until Hannah said it.
Yeah.
After she got a retry after saying her answer beforehand.
Yeah, because she didn't
Know
understand
what
the
it meant.
question.
I didn't understand the question. But like, well, as I was saying, like, you know, Miles has his CD player. Riley has his books. Winter has her not Winter.
Winter doesn't have a violin.
Chloe has her violin, and then Winter has a whip. Like, it's very strange to me. So I'm
different.
curious why you chose to whip in the first place.
No comment.
He's gonna hurt someone.
Good lord.
Okay, dope. I
And
guess
we
I'll
probably
go.
know who it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess I'll go into my
Okay.
character next. So,
That's definitely
Um,
why she has a whip.
yeah. So
It is canon that she did use it on Miles.
yeah,
True.
of Miles. I was tired. Like every single D&D session that I've played with you guys, I've always been a girl, and I've never really like. I always felt like whenever I heard myself backwards, like especially like during the normal fantasy D&D, when I heard myself like back for the first time, like, oh my god, I sound like a dude. I sound like a and
I thought you just
like when it
wanted
came
to voice act
It would be like
for
that.
that character. Like you just wanted to
no,
give her
that's
that
just my
voice.
normal voice. That's just my normal voice, like with a little bit of attitude. And I mean, like when it came to Lucy from the Mystery Dungeon D&D, like I had to pitch my voice up like for that one because you know it's Lucy. So I had to act a little bit more timid and like anxious, and you know that one I could see it being fine. But when it comes to like the other characters I played, I've always sounded like a dude when I'm not trying to sound like a dude. So for this one I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna be a boy. I'm just gonna be a dude. And so I was actually having a hard time designing Miles at first because I didn't really know what I wanted him to be. I didn't really know what I wanted to like the character to be. But like after like I think I was rewatching Space Dandy.
Oh,
if you've ever
and then you were inspired by the pompadour.
yeah, I was like, that's actually a really cool hairstyle. Like, I'm gonna try drawing that, and then I drew that on like a boy. I was like,
I love it. This is the one.
and then after I drew the pompadour, the rest is history, basically.
Okay,
Like,
well, what about the hair color? How did you decide on that type of blue?
I didn't want to give him like, normal hair color. I wanted to have fun with it, and I actually tried, different hairstyles, or I tried different hair colors, and for some reason, like I always kept the blue, and I like when it comes to like the shading of it, like with the little like light blue blobs, like kind of highlighting the blue, I've always been a fan of I'm gonna go back to an anime again, but there's this old school anime series called City Hunter where they highlight their hair, the hairstyles that way. It's this super like retro 80s hairstyle with like vibrant colors, and I've always been a fan of like the vibrant colors of the 80s shows, and I wanted to incorporate that more into my characters, and so that's kind of how I came to like a finalization of like the shading and like the actual like color for Miles's hair. Is just I just wanted to be vibrant with him, so, and he just seemed like a blue kind of character. Also, this is just a minor thing. I've noticed that a lot of blue characters in cartoons are always the rambunctious one, and always.
And yours just happened to be that.
Yeah.
There you go. You're
like
following the curve.
kind of falling into the curve. It's like a trend, kind of, and like that's something that I only thought about after I designed him. It's like, whoops. So, and then the clothes. I mean, I wanted to give him like MC Hammer. I wanted to give him like, like athletic pants because I knew he was gonna be kind of like a jock, like a dancer kind of dude. Like I just knew he was just gonna be like a cool, like a, like a fucking, kid who's just trying to be cool, basically. So, and the flirty type. So, I just gave him the athletic kind of build and athletic, wear and such.
Yeah, he is an interesting character. He flirts with women.
He flirts with women constantly. Yeah.
Just like Brock.
Just like Brock.
Just like Brock, and actually just like Space Dandy.
Oh my god.
So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's just something that, I just want him to be like a little
And
shit.
he likes monkeys.
He does like monkeys. That's just because, honestly, the monkey trend only started because I drew him as a monkey one time. I drew him as a gorilla. Like, I drew a blue gorilla with a pompadour.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the cutest shit in the world. And so I was like, okay, cool. He just likes monkeys now. Cool.
It's just his thing now.
For his personality, I knew I wanted to make him the rambunctious type. I also wanted to make make him something that's a little bit personal, like add like a little personal touch to him. So I made him like canonically have like really bad, like severe ADHD. So just because I also have really bad ADHD as well that I struggle with daily. And so because of that, all of his like general like education stats, like his Pokemon education, his like occult education, his medical education, his general education, all shit. It's all garbage.
Yeah.
But the thing is that he strives in other areas. Like he strives in his athletics and his acrobatics and his like command skill and everything.
He loves parkouring.
Yeah, he loves parkouring. So that's something that I've always wanted to stick with him. And because, Miles is a character that was going from left to right and never really knew what he wanted to do. Like, he's still figuring himself out. He doesn't really, like, he's so indecisive and he doesn't really stick to one thing. So that's why I made him have the hobbyist. What's it called?
The class.
Yeah, class. Thank you. That's why I made him have the hobbyist class, just because that seemed like something that would fit Miles, like in the end. Just because that was something that I was probably struggling with the most, is figuring out what class.
You didn't really know what class to give him.
Yeah, because I didn't want to make him like a straight up athletic, like a jock kind of. Just because Miles is athletic, but also like he's more than just like, a jock kind of, and he can be good at other things. And I didn't want to, make him a commander because that would have been fucking weird. And so I ultimately, with Abby's help, decided on the hobbyist scale. And even though it's a very hard scale,
yeah, it's very complicated.
It's a very complicated class to run. And it's been kind of a struggle to run with it, like towards the beginning, because there is like no moves that can help me. That's why like a lot of the battles I resort to Miles just jumping into battle and like just using on the Pokemon themselves.
Oh my god.
Just because Miles has nothing else. He is the Pokemon. He is his own Pokemon. He is his own monkey. Just because like Miles can literally do nothing else. Miles has like nothing else that can really help him like in the battle without like screwing himself over. And so that's why I kind of have Miles learn these moves. So
but he also gets hurt at the end.
Yes.
Yeah, but he
every
walk
time.
it off.
Oh
I mean, like
gosh.
the times that Miles has had a concussion in this D&D, and it's only like a week canonically, he's fine. He'll be fine.
And jumped into some sort
So
of body of
many.
water.
Yeah.
So many
The man
water.
jumped into bodies of water like
rivers.
4 separate times.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how our clothes survive.
We later find out that the hobbies class is pretty bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
It's pretty bad, which is why I have to like make do with what I have. So that's why I'm having Miles learn all these moves, is so he can have fucking something. So yeah, so that's basically Miles, though. That's all I can think of right now. I don't know if there's forgetting, but if there isn't, then Cece can go. So
Hey, alright.
Talk about the monkeys.
Huh?
what?
Did you talk about the monkeys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We mentioned
We already
it.
talked about that.
Briefly.
Yeah, you were gone.
And the
So
parkour.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
you left.
Yep. I think we covered.
Cece.
Miles.
Yeah.
Cece, go.
I'm
I want to stop
going.
talking.
I'm going. Okay. So Chloe is just another reband of another character, like an AU kind of thing. Because I didn't want to make a new character for the RP, and I already had a fandom of Chloe through other RPs, through Undertale, and I was like, well, let me just make an AU of a Chloe of a Pokemon trainer. So I continued with that idea, having her continue her a shy bookworm talk, sometimes a little sarcastic sometimes with her traits, and very preservative and watching. And in this one, she's quite fond of instruments, and so she has, of course, her violin that she brought with her on the journey. And besides her, for her looks, I am bad with characters designs with coloration, so I went all purple with different shades of purple. Yeah, I have a problem with that. With most of my characters will have same color but different shades. So she has the only one who has natural hair color. Other ones have not have natural. Brown. I went with green eyes and just a purple headband, but sometimes, well, I think now she's wearing a black headband. And one of the scenes, I think from now on, she's having this black headband, and then a purple dress with a light-skinned purple socks with like those ballet shoes that have like that open toe thing.
Wait, she's wearing purple socks now?
No, it's a light purple sock.
Oh, I thought it was always white.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that she changed
Between
her
white
hairband color.
I thought her hairband was purple. Well, she always changes it.
It was purple, and then I guess Hannah drew one that was black. So
There was one with black.
yeah, there's one with where she drew one with black.
That sometimes happens.
Her glasses were not supposed to be
Swirly.
That was an added feature that I just decided, oh yes, I guess I'll make it canon.
And then the little strand of hair.
The little strand of hair too.
From the old icon.
Yeah, I removed that. Yeah, that one we had to remove because I eventually grew to hate that one as well.
But yeah, she now has like swirl glasses on her cover more than a clear shade that I normally had for her. For her eyes. But I just decided, why not? We'll make it canon.
Yeah, I mean, for some reason, I don't know why it's like Chloe specifically, but for some reason, Chloe has always been the trickiest for me to design. Just because I've never been good with straight hair. I don't know how it works.
But it's just a bunch of lines.
It's an anomaly to me. My brain it sees the straight lines. It's like, no, it needs curl. It needs curl somewhere.
Curl, no.
Revert back to curl, please.
No.
And so, her hair was always just really tricky for me to figure out. So.
With that in mind, I also had her take the class for musician because I thought that'd be an interesting one to put in for Chloe because I am a fond of instruments, especially a violin, but never played it, but want to. So I was like, maybe that'd be an interesting thing to add for her, to have a part instrumental character. With that also, I had the other class I wanted to do with channeling Pokemon because I thought that was cool too. Yeah. And I always like to connect with animals and such, so I was like, why not have a girl who loves music
but I assigned
to
everyone
animals?
Their secondary class.
Yeah. Loves music and is in tune with Pokemon. So thought it was a nice feature between for Chloe as a character. Well, now I'm blanking out. What else could I say?
Why exactly did you make her a musician?
Because of the class feature. I thought it would be an interesting perk to add for her.
So, is her favorite color purple since she wears a lot of purple?
Mhm.
Yeah, I would go with that, yeah.
Okay.
Since I like the purple tone to it, I was like,
Would she ever just want a team full of purple Pokemon?
Maybe, but she's more towards the idea of having a musical team.
Yeah, her own percussion.
Her own band.
Yeah, her own band.
Own band.
Would you personally consider Chloe the mom of the group? Basically, the ones that always tries to keep everyone out of trouble.
Yes, from what Miles has been doing, yeah.
It's set in stone.
I feel Chloe and Fen are just like the mom and the dad of the situation with two rambunctious kids, Winter and Miles.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's how I always think through the D&D. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. It's very funny that Chloe, in some cases, like Chloe, I don't want to say like she's the opposite of you a little bit, but it's funny to see Chloe being like the calm, collected one, just like, okay, we have to do this. And then whenever we play like video games together, you always immediately go for the knife and go like stab, like stab.
The chaotic route.
Yeah, I go chaotic. I played many
you were very
characters chaotic.
Maybe Chloe would have a villain arc.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
That would be wild.
Maybe she just has this little demon inside her.
Yeah.
That
Maybe.
if
Maybe
you
we
guys,
just
if you guys do
that.
something, it will awaken that demon.
Yeah.
In a snap.
Maybe. Maybe we all have a demon inside of each other and it needs
We're
to
all secretly evil inside.
yeah, we're all secretly chaotic.
It's either Fen or it's either Fen or Chloe that are gonna turn evil.
I always, with the research
Miles
class,
is gonna-
there's a section
Miles would
in the research class where it's for what's it called?
He can create a lot of stuff.
And play God. There's a
Yeah.
occult. There's an occult science
Oh my
part.
God, she-
So I
she can
always
be
joke
close to
that
his
if I went into the occult section, I could literally get all the plates and pull a Volo.
Yeah, he can
This man,
call Arceus,
this man-
summon Arceus.
Yeah.
this man is playing Cult of the Lamb in the D&D.
Trying to find God.
Oh no. Miles would turn
You're
evil
into
if anything happened to his pompadour. Like the moment his pompadour gets cut off, he goes.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. No more good Miles.
But he can always grow it back.
Yeah, that's how long you have to wait until he reverts back to normal.
What? Oh
You
my
have to wait
gosh.
for it to grow back. The moment it grow back, it's like, hey guys.
Acting like nothing happened.
Yeah, like nothing happened. He was like good Miles was dormant inside like himself, while evil Miles was just on a rampage. Oh my gosh.
Well, way
Well.
to end the podcast is, do you guys expect to see like the antagonist group soon?
God, I hope so.
I hope so. I hope so.
See them.
I know.
Because
We
it's
need-
going to be episode 30, hopefully next
gonna be-
week.
What episode
And
are
we
we on?
haven't
shit.
seen
We're on
29.
29.
Round
Let's go.
29.
Oh my
If we
god.
haven't seen the evil team by at least episode 30, then
This is gonna be so sick.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Alright.
We're gonna find out their
Yeah.
motive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And gosh. We have to see the evil team by now. We really do. It's time.
Alright. Well, this is where we'll end the podcast. It was a
Well-
great chat
Mm-hmm.
about a lot
Yeah.
of stuff, and we hope to discuss more topics. If you guys if the audience has any ideas of what topics they want us to discuss about, just leave it in the comment.
Yeah.
And
Like-
until
Yeah.
then, bye-bye.
Oh. Bye-bye.
Thank you for
Bye.
watching.
Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Grab. And hit that bell.